How's it going, everybody? Welcome to OP Entertainment. I'm Omar Darwish.
And I'm Pratik Cherian.
And this is our review of the studio. Just kidding. It's Wonder Man. Boy, are they mad that this didn't come out first.
Marvel's answer to the studio.
I'd like to think more of it like a mirror reflection of the studio. You know? Anyway, if you haven't seen the studio, you have no idea what we're talking about. We're going to spoiler free on this because, damn it, Pratik, I think this is something that people should see for themselves.
Yeah, this is one of those things where I've been wanting it from the MCU where it's like, guys, we're kind of just tired of everything being connected. Give us something that's really good and that I can just watch by itself.
Eternals. No? Anybody? No? Oh, okay. No, I agree. I think this felt like maybe the most disconnected thing from the MCU. This could have been in the DCU for all, like.
Honestly, it could have been its own universe altogether.
Yeah.
But I think that the way that it's shot, written, directed, acted, like it's all held to such a high standard, and like not the highest standard, but you can clearly tell that there's a level of craft that went into making this.
Yeah, so what's it about, Pratik?
So Wonder Man follows an actor named Simon Williams as he discovers and auditions for a role as a character in one of his favorite movies, Wonder Man. Yeah,
he's up for his dream role. He's been in the industry for a decade, had never gotten a role worth anything. He's always getting in his own way.
Yep.
Which that is, one of my big gripes with the show. But you know what? My only gripe with the show is that this character really doesn't seem to learn much. Like he's going through mistakes in the first episode that he's going through in the last episode, and it doesn't. It seems more like the world's adjusted to him more than he's adjusted or changed at all. But go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I think the fact that the show just. The show gives us the like, oh, he doesn't have any friends, and like people kind of think he's a dick, and we were just like, yeah, I get why. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Like I feel bad for him. I get why, and he does. Some growth. Maybe that was a little harsh, but
and that might also just be the show's like poking fun at like celebrities and how it's just like, oh yeah, they've made it, but like they're the same. Yeah. They have all the same flaws as they did before.
I think it's all. There's something to be said about when you're following your dreams, you isolate, and is it just shallow dipping its toe in that a little bit? Sure, but it's enough. It's more than you would expect from the MCU, right? So
I think one of the things about the show, and we compared it to the studio earlier, but I think that it's more of like a look at what it means to like be an actor in the industry.
Yeah,
and it like pokes at a couple things, but it never like fully skewers in the way that the studio does, if that makes sense.
I think it does. Like, yeah, I don't even want to spoil, but there's a couple of things, not on the level of the studio, but where it's definitely poking fun at. I could definitely see like Marvel, or at least like Feige in the studio being like, yes, we're really gonna nail Hollywood with this, and then the studio comes out and we're like, whoa, everything we've done seems soft. Like we pulled our punches compared to that. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was still really fun. I think this is still going to give people a window that they didn't have before.
Yeah. No, I agree. And like we're talking about like, oh, the character's not really likable, but I thought that it's still like still engaging enough where you're following along, Like,
he's not like completely unlikable. Like I mean, I'm not going to say he's one of my favorite characters, but I really want a Wonder Man season 2 after this. Getting on to the next major character in this, we get a return of Trevor Slattery, Ben Kingsley. Ben Kingsley, probably the best actor we've had in the MCU. I've probably said that before about another actor, but I think it is true with Ben Kingsley. He's incredible, and he gets to show off his talents in this.
Yeah, and I think he brings something to, like, having the Trevor Slattery character here, I think gives it a level of... because like you have this character who's been through all of this,
there's like a
highs and lows,
familiarity, but also it's a different layer.
Yeah, and I think that it helps, like, again, when we're talking about giving like an actor's perspective, having here's an old actor who's like been in and then out, and here's someone struggling to make it in. I think that difference in perspective really helps, and I think they have a really good dynamic together.
Yeah, and even getting like opposing older perspectives from, well, I won't spoil from who, but from other characters that get involved.
Yes, yeah,
incredible, and really give Ben Kingsley an opportunity to, show us the art in acting, right? So I appreciated that. I'm sure the film bros out there will appreciate that.
So this is a Marvel Spotlight project.
Sure.
Which one of the things is that you should be able to go into this with very low knowledge of the MCU. With them bringing in a character like Trevor Slatter, who's been in 2 previous movies, how do you think they did at bringing him into this without like relying on that old knowledge?
Well, I felt like they kept continuity fine, and the character this might be my favorite version of the character. He was such a surprise.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't know if I didn't know he was going to be in Shang-Chi, or I didn't know what they were going to do with him in Shang-Chi, but seeing him in Shang-Chi, I was just like happy that like they didn't throw away that character. And this really felt like that Marvel's excuse to be like, we have Ben Kingsley, damn it, let's use him to like, his full extent.
You know what? That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I think it's the first time where I felt like they were utilizing him to do something beyond just making him like a joke character.
Yeah, exactly.
And I thought that they also
Hilarious though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Funny when he needed to be funny, but this actually feels like a full character. And I thought that they did enough where they give you the background of the character where you get it without needing to sit through the travesty of Iron Man 3. So like,
okay, so I like Iron Man 3. I'm gonna skip past that, but I think that what this does is it gives an excuse for that character to exist. Anyway, I defend this character. You don't, but
no, it's not that I don't. I think that this is the best use of him possible.
Yeah.
Not possible, but best use of him so far.
I think, I'm excited to watch Iron Man 3 again and revisit his arc now. It's knowing where it goes, and man, I want to know where it goes from here. And do you think we're gonna get a season 2 to this? What do you think?
I hope so. I think if it gets if enough people watch it, I think they might.
Yeah, I mean it's like their highest rated at the moment. It's their highest rated Marvel show. So
oh wow,
yeah,
I didn't know that. Yeah, and well deserved in my opinion.
Is it your favorite
Marvel show?
Yeah.
Top to bottom, maybe. Yeah.
Oof. I don't know. I've got some issues with it. You didn't really talk on your issues. You haven't.
Yeah, I mean.
I suppose not my major issue.
You go first.
Yeah, I've already pretty much talked about my major thing. I don't think the main character Simon goes through, or he goes through enough, but he doesn't grow enough for the journey that we go on. But if I really had to touch on another gripe, it would just be pacing wise. Like this is 8 episodes, they're like 30 minutes apiece, and there's like 5 minutes in each episode that I feel like you could cut this out, or at least like. I don't know. It's part of like the performances. Like they have slow responses when they're talking and slower conversations, and that's fine. But it can be a little, especially in the finale. Like the last 2 episodes felt really slow to me, especially the finale. And I don't know if it's because they want you to like feel the weight of the decisions that are being made, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. As far as the last 2 episodes,
not huge gripes, but
yeah. I think there's a little bit of that like pacing, but I think that's mitigated by the fact that the episodes are so digestible.
Yeah.
That like to me it's like, all right, if there's a couple minutes that I want to cut here or there, it's not like it's not like, oh man, I just like lost an hour of my time, you know?
Yeah.
So I appreciate that a lot of that is more formatting than substance. So like it's hard.
That being said, I mentioned off camera, and we kind of talk about this with every Marvel and maybe just Disney Plus show. Like, this, could this have just been a movie?
Yeah,
I think this for sure could have been a movie.
Yeah, my answer is no.
Yeah, more so than most of them. I didn't feel the episodic nature of this as much as I do with a lot of other Marvel shows, and it's there, but not as much. Like, you can definitely trim that out, and there's so much in this you could cut out. And make this 2.5 hours of a good movie.
And I think that sitting with him through the like casting audition process,
can still
like
do that.
But I think just having the extended time, I think helps the show get its point across as far as just like living in this world, and this is like the day to day of being an actor. Okay. And I don't know that would have worked so well if I had to cut it down into 2 hours.
What's your favorite part about this? Is it the chemistry between the two? Because I think that's that's probably it for me.
I think it is. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I think my really my only gripe is like the show is really well made, but there's a lot of points where I'm just like, I'm not entirely sure who you're making this show for. I like what you're doing. I just don't know what it like. Yeah. But
it feels like a big swing, right? Yeah,
it definitely, and I love big swings. I appreciate big swings. So like,
it's just right now it doesn't feel like Marvel should be making big swings.
I think it's one of those things where like because we do this and because people are always asking me like, oh, like what have you seen? What are you watching? Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And so like it's one where when I watch something now, like if I'm like, I don't know what kind of person I would recommend this to, that makes it hard for me. But again, that's not a fault of the show. That's more of a me thing, and that's more of a marketing thing.
I think there's a smaller audience to recommend this to, but I think, I mean, you know, if you like Marvel stuff, this might not be, you're right, this might not be a competition because there's not a lot of Marvel stuff in there.
Yeah.
If you're
but it's really good.
I think this might be leaning on just, I guess, film bro culture and just like people who already have their ticket to the Odyssey, you know,
people who are, if you're willing to just take a chance on
also
something.
maybe they're really trying to get specific and get to the people who are in LA auditioning every day and like putting themselves on tape 100 times a week, and they're seeing this and
three times.
Yeah, right. Sure, but they're seeing this and they're identifying with it, you know. So like I get that. Plus, it's kind of like the Marty Supreme of it all, right? He's playing ping pong, but it's really just you're chasing your dreams, you know. And insert anything else here he's chasing his dreams, whether he was trying to do, you know, be a painter or an actor. He's doing something, right?
You could have picked so many movies besides Marty Supreme.
It's relevant, all right. It's timely. That's why I used it. It's your favorite movie of the year.
It's like Hercules, you know. He wants to find his way, go the distance, right? Yeah,
exactly. Marty Supreme and Hercules, same thing.
Basically. All right. So knowing that this was created by Dustin Daniel Cretton, thank you. And
there's three names.
I was trying to remember the order. And he's directing the next Spider-Man movie. Does this have you higher for Spider-Man? About the same?
I mean, I like Shang-Chi, and I think between Shang-Chi and this gives more of like a medium of what Spider-Man's going to be. Spider-Man's also just like his own thing, so
sure.
You're talking to me. There's not a Spider-Man movie I haven't liked really, so I think he's going to kill it just based on the fact that Shang-Chi is a character that I remember, and this is a character who has some depth to him. So like they're
between those two, that's Spider-Man.
Yeah,
okay,
what I'm saying is he knows how to like not just rely on like the brand of the character, because who is Shang-Chi, who's Wonder Man, like, you know, I didn't hear of them before this, so but now I know who they are because he made them the characters they are, you know. Obviously the actors did something too, but yeah.
All right, fair enough. You want to score this?
I'm thinking 9 out of 10. I don't know if that's too high. Like, I know I opened with my gripes, but it was really just because those are my only gripes. I thought this was really fun. The score kind of fades into it. I wasn't like, oh man, the score was incredible, but this is shot very well. The acting and the chemistry between the actors is really what carries this. For sure.
liked all the needle drops, even though that's not like
score,
but,
for sure.
Well, yeah,
the music was good. Yeah,
music was really good.
James Gunn had some leftovers.
It's not a James Gunn type music at all. No, I think it's funny because, again, we started with reviewing TV, and now I feel out of practice with reviewing TV.
Yeah,
I'm just like, wait, what do I look for? What do
we were also reviewing like week to week, like like one episode at a time. This we kind of just binged all of it, and
because they dropped all of it all at once, and I appreciate it. I think that's probably the way to go with this.
Yeah, I think it worked, especially because this should have been a movie, and so getting to watch it all at once works best.
But yeah, all of that said, I think I'm going to go 8. I really liked it.
I thought you would be higher on this than I was.
I did too, actually. Especially since I don't really have. Yeah, no, I thought it was good. It was enjoyable. If you're ready to watch something from Marvel that's a little bit more outside of their usual fare, I think you'll appreciate this. So
yeah, and I don't know if I really delved in, but I think the emotional beats in this really worked for me. So yeah, that's also part of the reason why I think I'm rating it so high.
Yeah,
and I want to see more from this, and I don't know if I'm going to. So you know what, 8.
So if they announce a sequel, you'll bump it. Or if season 2, you'll bump it up to 9.
If they announce a season 2, 9. If they announce a movie, 10. But for now, 8.
Fair enough. All right, you want to take us out?
Yeah. You know what? We'll probably see you guys around March. There's just nothing coming out. All right. What's coming out next week? Anything?
It might be our next thing. Might be like Wuthering Heights.
Yeah. If anybody's got Avengers Doomsday on a flash drive, send it our way. We'll review the whole thing.
We'll milk it for content and like wink at the camera about stuff that we pretend we know. Yeah,
exactly.
Actually, we may not even need to see the movie to do that. Let's just pretend we've seen it.
Doom is in it. Spoilers.
All right. We'll see you guys.
See you guys.